got a bombshell report coming in from Shams Charania around the Zach LaVine trade rumors. As it turns out, the Bulls could be looking to trade for Austin Reaves in any potential LaVine trade. Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman. Let's just kick it to right what Shams had to say. As he said, the Bulls, I'm sure, would covet Austin Reaves in any potential LaVine trade. And I thought this was incredibly interesting because anytime we've heard Zach LaVine being connected to Los Angeles, we have talked about D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and maybe that 2029 first-round pick. But this was the first report we got around a guy like Austin Reaves, and my initial reaction to this would be, I would absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of Austin Reaves, and we'll be diving into more around him and the potential fit with the Bulls and just overall all of the Bulls trade rumors and specifically 5 trade candidates for this team. But make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Stay up to date with the latest Bulls news and rumors with the Bulls Report here by Chat Sports. Hey, the Bulls fire sale, it's coming here shortly. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Don't miss a thing. Any rumor or report that comes out from any big-time NBA insider, we got you covered with a video. So make sure you guys go down there and subscribe. But I want to show you guys Austin Reaves' playoff stats from last season, because this is really when he came onto the scene and made himself almost a household name amongst NBA fans. And he averaged it last year, 17 points a night, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and the efficiency is absolutely absurd. 46.5% from the deck, 44.3% from downtown. That's fantastic. When you're playing next to guys like LeBron, Anthony Davis, you got to knock down shots from the outside, and that's what Austin Reaves did. And this wasn't a short playoff run. This was in 16 games played last season, and he shot almost 45%. And I would love Reaves on the Bulls. Talk about what is wrong with the Bulls right now. They play ugly, selfish basketball. What does Reaves play? He plays unselfish, just pure form of the game of basketball. I would love him on the Chicago Bulls. But from the Lakers side of things, I really doubt the Lakers trade him. And I understand they do need an elite scorer from the outside. They would probably like to get a better player in terms of just an offensive engine compared to Austin Reaves. But I obviously really like him, and who likes him the most on that team is LeBron. I mean, could you imagine how furious LeBron could be at Rob Pelinka if he does move off Austin Reaves? I just think that the Lakers wouldn't really necessarily want to give him up. And I know a lot of people would be saying, well, what about creating a big three? What about creating LaVine, LeBron, and Anthony Davis? That would be an elite big three. Well, I think the big three era is dead in the NBA, and I think the Nuggets proved it last season. I really do believe if you have 2 really strong players and a great supporting cast around him, that is the formula to winning championships nowadays. Just like the Nuggets. They had Jokic, they had Murray, and then you had MPJ, Aaron Gordon, like Bruce Brown, KCP, all these guys that really complement the big 2 very, very well, and that's what I think the Lakers have in Reaves. Reaves is a great complementary piece to what LeBron, to what Anthony Davis do well. And yes, they did get swept by the Nuggets in the conference finals last season, but who says they can't keep those games closer and maybe take a couple and potentially pull off an upset and get over the hump? So I don't think the Lakers would move off Reaves to acquire LaVine. This doesn't really fit their MO, but I'll ask you guys, from the Bulls side of things, would you trade Zach LaVine for Austin Reaves? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Curious to see what you guys got to say. I'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. So if YouTube hits you with an ad break, sit there or scroll down, and then when you scroll back up, the ad will be done playing. But let me know your thoughts down below. My thoughts are get LaVine off the Bulls. I'm just so sick and tired of watching the brand of basketball that he plays. Listen, he is an unreal offensive talent. 3-level scorer, can shoot it from 3, get to his mid-range, and really attack the basket well. That's when it's all going right. If you turn on his highlights, he is one of the more entertaining players to watch in the NBA. But if you watch him possession for possession, game by game, he just doesn't contribute to winning at any level, frankly, at all. And that just kind of speaks to the whole message with this Bulls team, and the whole mojo is, I'm just done with this Bulls unit and this big 3. It was so funny this offseason. All we heard from the front office was continuity. Billy Donovan, that was his buzzword in any press conference this offseason, was continuity. It's going to be the key to success for the Bulls. Well, clearly it's not working out. You are a 5-13 basketball team that came into the year trying to win games. Normally when teams start off 5-13, they're trying to, get a top 5 pick in the draft. They're necessarily, tanking without saying they're tanking. The Bulls are trying to win games this year, and you're 5-13. And the lineup that the Bulls run of Kobe White, LaVine, DeRozan, Vooch, and Torrey Craig is the worst offense in the league according to net rating and the worst defense in the league according to the net rating. It's just been an awful year, and I'm just done with this basketball team. We'll get into more around the Bulls trade rumors here in a second, but I got to give a huge shout out to a new sponsor we have on the Bulls Report. That's Factor. And if you guys head to if you guys head to factormeals.com/NBA chat 50, you guys will get 50% off your order. This holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, convenient meals to keep you energized on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you fuel up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. Skip the stress of meal prepping over the holidays with Factor. Choose from 35-plus weekly flavored, packed, fresh, never frozen meals that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences, all delivered right to your door and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. If you guys head to factormeals.com/NBA chat 50 and use code NBA chat 50 to get 50% off. That's code NBA chat 50 at factormeals.com/NBA chat 50 and get 50% off. Link for that in the comment section and description of today's show. But let's look at the overall Bulls trade candidates. And I think there's a big five. You could maybe include Patrick Williams on this graphic as well, but I'm just going to mainly focus in on these guys. Obviously, Zach LaVine, we just touched on him. He is #1. We'll get into more around him here in a second. But DeMar DeRozan, he's on an expiring deal. A contender could be looking at him. Vooch, can't trade him till December 15th, but maybe a team that needs some more offensive output at the center position could look for a trade involving him. Then Caruso. I think Caruso will have a lot of contenders calling for him since he is one of the best role players in the league. Great glue guy on offense and obviously one of the best point of attack defenders in the NBA. And then a great 3-and-D guy like Torrey Craig that you can maybe get a second-round pick for. But besides the Lakers, what are some other LaVine destinations? I think you got to throw the Knicks in there. You know, obviously they need that other scorer from the outside to complement Jalen Brunson. I don't know if they would necessarily pull the trigger on that, but obviously have to wait and see. Miami Heat. I think this is another one. I think if I had to rank my kind of top 3, it would probably go Lakers #1, Miami Heat #2, just because of the fact that I really do think if you put LaVine kind of in that Heat culture and kind of have that next scorer next to Jimmy Butler, they're probably looking at that and being like, hey, we could have a really good ball club. Then also the 76ers and the Kings. I think the Kings could be a sneaky one as well, as they've been playing really good basketball over the past couple of years, and maybe they just need that extra piece to finally get them, over that next hump that they're trying to accomplish. Then the Sixers. I really doubt the Sixers would want to take shots away from Tyrese Maxey in trading for LaVine, but they've been in the latest rumors, and they're up there in the favorites to land him. But let's kick it to Alex Caruso, because the bookmakers out west, very interesting as what they have as Alex Caruso's next team odds. They actually do have Philly as the favorite to land AC at +250. Then they got the Lakers +300, the Bucks at +450, the Warriors also at +450, and then the Dallas Mavericks at +650. If I had to choose any of these teams, obviously LeBron would love to get Caruso back, but that fit with the Bucks. They did lose Grayson Allen this offseason. I think that'll be a great kind of slide-in piece because obviously they do have Damian Lillard, lost Grayson Allen, and Drew Holiday. They need some more point-of-attack defenders. Keep your eyes on for the Bucks calling for Caruso. Maybe they could actually offer up a couple seconds or some first. I'm really too sure what their draft picks are looking like. But speaking about draft picks, I do think the Bulls, if I had to pick one, go the draft picks routes over players. Like if a team's going to offer you young prospects that I like a Jalen Hood-Schifino on the Lakers, I would consider that as well. But I would rather take the first-round picks, even second-round picks, instead of going, the young prospect or even like the expiring contract route. Obviously, you are going to have to match contracts with LaVine and DeRozan and Vooch, somehow. But I would rather the Bulls somehow get a haul of draft picks for LaVine. That's just what I would do. But, hey, if you guys disagree with me, let me know down in the comment section. Should the Bulls prioritize picks or players, type 1 for picks or type 2 for players, down in the comment section? Let me know what you guys think. And as always, you guys can give me a follow on Twitter. @PatSeeps is the Twitter handle. Going to be tweeting about the Bulls all season long. Thank you guys so much for watching today's show. Remember to subscribe. All the latest Bulls trade rumors will have you covered. See you guys next time. Go Bulls.